Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Mets.
And now, please welcome your
first pitch coming your way next.
New York Mets.
About to get started here. And taking the ball for the Mets, David Peterson. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. Chopped left side. In plenty of time to first, and the first out of the game is an easy one. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Falling behind 2-1. 1 out, base is empty. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Siri puts it away. 2 down. Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Next offering is in for a strike. 2 out, space is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Winker drop step going back onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back here in Queens, and today's starting pitcher, Bowden Francis. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Out towards left center. Schneider. 1 up, 1 down. And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. On the ground, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Pete Alonso now, always a power threat. The Polar Bear hit his 200th career home run last season.
Yeah, and that home run came right here at Citi Field. He's the 4th fastest player in baseball history to reach 200 homers.
On the ground, just fair for a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A 2-run homer. It's 2-0. So 2 away with nobody on. Jesse Winker now at the plate. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His first homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. And now it's Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
smoked on the ground to second. Jimenez throw to first. That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Citi Field. Second inning set to go. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Andres Jimenez. 1-1 now. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Alejandro Kirk. That's off the mark. 2 balls and a strike. On the ground to third. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 6th, third baseman.
Next to hit, Ernie Clement. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And it's filled up. And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game. Digging in, Davis Schneider. That one fouled off. 2-2. That one missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs. Got him looking. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Left-hand batter waits. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye right there. Bounce to the right. Guerrero takes it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 8th.
And now it's Jose Siri.
Jose Siri.
1 down, base is empty. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one not close. And now it's filled up 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So man aboard. Hayden Sanger up now for the Mets. Man at first, 1 away. Double play ball to second. Glove flip for 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning ending double play. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Tyler Heineman. That one misses. Ball 2. Center field. Siri in position. And out number 1 on the grab. And now for the Jays, Miles Straw.
Batting 9th, center fielder Miles Straw.
Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Tosses to first, and that's an out. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Here's a high chopper. Baden. Off balance throw in time. And Bichette is retired. And that is the inning. Back here in Queens, stepping in as the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. The 1-1. And that one is inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fly ball down the line. Schneider puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now
Juan Soto now.
Right fielder.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
And the slider just misses. Hit in the air, center field. Bichette sizes this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there's two away. Here's Pete Alonso.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
2 down, nobody on. That's to third, and foul ball. The 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes. The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back here at Citi Field, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2-2
That's towards center. Siri in position. Makes the grab, 1 down. Here's some real power at the plate. Anthony Santander.
Right fielder, Anthony
Base is empty,
Santander.
1 away. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball.
And that's in the dirt.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Andres Jimenez. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Vientos makes the play, and that is that. Bottom of the 4th, and now the Mets DH, Brandon Nimmo.
Designated hitter, Brandon Nimmo.
Nope.
Well, these
Inside,
Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced the starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That one hammered left field. Schneider going back on this one. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Now batting, left
Here's
fielder,
Jesse Winker.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind's kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
Next offering is in for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s. And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Steps on first for the out. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And that's downstairs and outside. Outside low. 3-2 now. Up the middle, a sliding stop at short. The throw, and very nicely done for the out. And we're back. Now it's the DH, Alejandro Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Brings it in, and there's one down. So digging in, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Fastball for a strike. The Jays still looking for their first hit in this one. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now Davis Schneider. This one in the air. Alonso in position. Two away now. And next for Toronto, Tyler Heineman.
Tyler Heineman.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now 2-2. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Beatty. That misses, and a count 2-1.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Just missed. And that one fouled off. And they'll do it again. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Clement makes the grab, one away.
That was a
Yariel Rodriguez gets handed the rock out of the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Yeah, that skips in the dirt.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
One down, base is empty.
What do you
Check
got?
swing. Now a look down to first. And he held back, according to Ricky Holiday. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Now batting, number 98.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Hayden Sanger. The 1-1 is fouled off. Line drive, hauls it in to end the inning. Back here in Queens. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the center fielder, Miles Straw. Just missed. And a foul ball. Liner snagged at first. Bo Bichette digs in now.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2-2 now.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Rip to right, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. The relay throw. He's in there.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Nice job.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Kodai Senga.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
1 down, runner at third. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
And misses inside. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. Bichette comes around to score. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Well done. Drives in the run. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Next to hit, Andres Jimenez. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Next offering down low and in the dirt. Good job to fight that one off. Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Here's Juan Soto. That clips the corner.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Outside low, 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Soto checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Nope, he held back.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first. And then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Three-two. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Soto at first, one gone. That one hit to right. Santander sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And there's two down. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Top of inning number 7. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk.
That one the other way, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Stepping in, Ernie Clement. Got him. Now one away. Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
The tying run at the plate. And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Tying run at the plate. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Reed Garrett on a pitch here.
Number 75. Reed Garrett.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Tyler Heineman.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. That misses, and the count's even at 2.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Base hit, and now first and second with 2 outs.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field. Really important at bat coming up now.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning.
Now pitching for Toronto.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Easton Lucas. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. And stepping in for New
Leading
York,
off
Jesse
for the Mets,
Winker.
Left fielder, Jesse Winker.
Swings through that one above the zone.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Third baseman.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Next offering is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Looping, breaking ball, and he struck him out.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. A.J. Minter.
A.J. Minter.
So back to the top of the order. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. On the ground, out to short. First out in the top of the 8th. So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
That one at 95, missed up top, 2-1. Shoots a line drive single into right center, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
2 strikes.
Tying run at the plate. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
The 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Up the middle, Lindor to second, double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Now pitching for Toronto.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jacob Barnes.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Jose Siri getting ready to hit. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one popped to short. Bichette. And it's caught for the out. Now the catcher up to hit. Hayden Sanger. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
That's a ball.
That one
Ball
off the
three.
mark, and now 3-1. Slice down the right side. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Now batting.
And now it's Frankie
shortstop,
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Heineman under it. Makes the catch, inning over.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 39, Edwin Diaz.
Back here at Citi
Leadoff
Field.
for the
And
Blue
now
Jays.
Andres
Second baseman,
Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Close
Ball
one,
three.
doesn't get the call. And the count is 3-1.
Strike.
Inside, and that's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying
Up
run
next
to the
for
plate.
the Blue Jays, the
And
designated
now,
hitter,
Alejandro Kirk. Outside low, and that's ball 2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a ground ball. Lindor over to second, double play. That was some defensive wizardry. 1 out left for the Blue Jays. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Next one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
The Blue Jays down to their final strike. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.